All right, we're live. Charlie, welcome, Charlie. King Arthur, where's Lancelot? Is he around? Hello, thank you. Yeah, this is the little kind of 100,000 subscriber special live stream. What have you done? What have you done? Sorry. Yeah. So there will be a video coming in the coming weeks, I suppose. I was gonna make a 100,000. And by the way, let me know if my mic goes weird at any point, because sometimes if you're a regular here on the channel, well, the live streams, you know that it crackles occasionally. I will be making a 100,000 subscriber fun video, but I thought I'm going to hold off on that just until the YouTube play button arrives, because I thought it'd be cool to unbox it in the video. And I didn't want to make two 100k videos. So for now, I just thought we'd just do a little bit of a fun live stream for an hour or so. And yeah, just have a good time. Definitely suit the clean shaven, bro. Thank you. I think people were 50-50 split on me being shaved, because some people were like, I'm so used to seeing you with a mustache or a goatee or whatever, and then like they're like, what have you done? And then like some people were like, yeah, no, I like the clean shaven Boba look. But the funny thing is, as I said last live stream, I used to be like practically clean shaven for like 3 or 4 years on this channel. So it was only like in the past year and a half where I just maintained a goatee. But yeah, thank you to everyone coming in. Appreciate the congratulations. Are you going to London Comic Con in May? I don't know. I don't always. It's not that I don't like conventions. It's just that maybe I'm just lazy. Like, I feel like I go there because I don't have anything to cosplay with. Granted that I could by then. I don't know. I feel like, other than going round once or twice, I don't have loads of people to go with. I don't know. It's never really properly appealed to me as much as other people. I'm a bit of an introvert, basically. You know? I don't know. 100,000 subs and you shaved because of it? No. I shaved like a week, well, like almost a week ago. But no, yeah, today I shaved again. I just thought, screw it. Like I'm gonna give my face a bit of time to breathe, if you know what I mean. How long am I looking for this stream to go for? Maybe 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours. We need that name. Yeah, so old members of the channel are long-term members of the channel. Or if you're a subscriber and you've been here for a few years, you'll know that I said if we ever hit 100k, I'd reveal my name. I think I'll be saving that for the video. Just, if I figure it'll be, not that many people care, but if you're wondering about the name, the name reveal, it'll probably be when I get my play button and unbox the frickin' play button. I think as well that I'm gonna maybe somebody gave me the idea of watching a couple of my old videos, and that's gonna be like really cringy for me to watch, because I don't know. I looked at a couple of them the other day, and I was just so awkward. So putting myself through that pain should be entertaining for a few of you, you know. So yeah, I think it'll be a fun 100,000 subscriber video, and that's when I'll give away my first name, because not a lot of people know my first name. It's not a big deal, but it's just, I guess for 4 years nobody's known me other than Boba, you know. So thank you to everyone saying congratulations. I know we hit it like last week, but I've just been waiting for an opportune moment to do a live stream. So Team Forward, thank you so much for the $2. Good to see your face. Congrats on the 100,000 subscribers. You deserve it. Thank you. Everybody, I think lots of different random people are just coming in now, and they're going to keep congratulating, I'm guessing, throughout the stream. So if you get sick of me saying thank you, you know why. But I am very grateful. Let me scroll up. I probably missed a few. We got Neve here. Hey, Neve. Your comment just disappeared, wherever it's gone. You've come so far. It's amazing. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. I always knew, like, at a certain point, maybe when I, like, started Gotham, that I had some kind of audience, but, you know, getting from like 10K to 20K to 30K and then to 100, I didn't really ever have any expectations. I've always got that kind of philosophy. I don't know if it's pessimistic, to be honest. Goals, I don't really have many goals because I always get disappointed if I don't meet goals. So I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's fine. But if I set myself a goal to hit, let's say, X amount of subscribers by X month or X year, I will be kind of like, oh, if I don't hit it. So I was never hit that goal. But yeah, Disney Circus goal. Good to see you here as well. I would say it's more realism than pessimism. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you say that because too many people in my life call me a pessimist. And I'm just like, no, I'm a realist. But I think there is a fine line between a realist and a pessimist. And often you bleed into both areas. But, Little Squirt, thank you so much for the $2. You're cute as fuck, bruh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is it because I've de-aged by 10 years now? Because I swear when I mean, I'm not saying I do look 17, but I'm 27. I don't know how many of you know that. I think a lot of you do. But hit 27 in October, which feels weird because 26 is still like, yeah, you know, it's just 1 year after 25. And now it's like, oh shit, you know, as of October, 27 now. I do not like that at all. But when I shave, I look 20, maybe even younger. I don't know. Right. Let me scroll up because I keep missing the comments. But no, Little Squirt, I appreciate that compliment. Thank you. Lol, you're a 94 baby. Yes. In the final year of Nirvana, I was born from the ashes. I don't know what that means. But no, really. Let me. No, yeah, 1994 was a sad and a good year, if you know what I mean. Not that I was really recollecting any memory from 94, but you know, is my name Bartholomew? No. So many people. I think people think I'm like an Andrew or like a. Well, as Marcus just said, am I a Bartholomew? No, I'm not a Bartholomew. I can't freaking say the word. Right. You didn't do your promise. What was that, Jonic? Wait, to anyone new who's come into the live stream, I will be fulfilling my promise that I will reveal my name when I do the 100K video. I'm just waiting for my play button to come, so that might be in the next month. But don't worry, I will be doing an official video then. But right, let me keep scrolling down. We've got another super chat. Thank you. So wait, it just keeps disappearing because of all the text. Fireflame 62. Thank you so much for the $15. Very, very generous of you. Saw the Batman now. I see the reason for a Penguin series. Aquaman and Flash and Black Adam have been moved back. I'm losing faith. P.S. Congrats on the subs and the no beard threw me off. Yeah, I feel like some people must come into this stream and just be like, wait, who are you? Who are you? Because I do feel like I look quite a bit different. That's why I think this keeps coming up, because people keep being like, wait, you shaved? And I just keep having to address it. But no, yeah, I do get it. That's why I felt like, even though I was late to the news talking about the DC movie delays yesterday, I felt like I still had to talk about it, because it still came across a bit jarring. With, long story short, if you didn't see my video yesterday, I still recommend checking it out. I cover the Batgirl movie news in the back half, but my commentary was more like, how do you put out a trailer that is still rolling in theaters in front or at the back of the Batman, saying, you know, DC in 2022, Black Adam, The Flash, The Batman, you know, just all the movies. And then, like, as of, like, because I think that trailer first released in the back half of February. So how do you not have that internal communication to know that the VFX aren't ready for release? It just feels like, I believe Aquaman needs that, and I trust James Wan. Like, I really do believe Aquaman needs that VFX. But I think they put that stamp on every single movie. And I don't think that's strictly true. Like, I think The Flash probably could have released. So I do feel like maybe there's some other things going on there. I don't know. People are commenting on my hair now. No, I think I'm getting my hair cut soon. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my hair, but like, I don't think you guys realize how thick it is. I'm not gonna get shaved bald. Don't worry. I'm just gonna get it cut a little bit because my God, having really thick hair. I mean, I always feel like this is the case. People with thin hair want thick hair. People with thick hair, like me, want really thin hair. I would do anything to have thin hair, but it's ridiculous. Like, if I didn't even put any freaking product in this, it would be like, it'd be like out here. Like, I'm not even joking. I have wavy hair and thick hair, so it actually afros out, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, see what I mean. Marcus, he says, I have thin hair. I hate it. But it's like, for me, I wish I could have thin hair because it would just be so much easier to just deal with. I don't know. People are saying I've got the Battinson thing going. It's a vibe. No, yeah, I just feel like for me, when I have this long hair, it's just easier to separate it and do the 90s curls, I suppose. Yeah, it's just that way I can avoid it from just being plastered over my face. I sometimes tie it up as well, and then I have a little freaking bun here, but I don't always like doing that. I don't really like man buns, to be honest, but Boba doesn't age. He's just immortal. Yes, I've been drinking out of the fountain of youth. But Fireflame62, to quickly, like, you know, go back to your comment. Yeah, I think one thing is, I don't think that when they release, they're not going to be of any lesser quality. Like, to put it plainly, I think the Flash movie and every movie is only going to benefit from their pushback release date. However, one thing I do understand is that it's just frustrating as a DC fan. It's like, okay, how can you heavily advertise it this much and then 2 weeks later, 2023? It's just like, how? What's going on there? You know, what's going on? We are Afro Buds. Yes, I think sometime on my Twitter, I'm gonna have to repost it or something. I tweeted me being out the shower and then like drying my hair, and it was like, I shit you not, like an actual curly bull on my head. Now we've been, to anyone who's just arrived, I noticed we've got quite a few more people in the live stream. We have been live streaming for 12 minutes, so you're not really late. Thank you to everyone who's joining and saying thank you, congratulations, I appreciate that. Favorite comic? It's such an easy. I don't like a massive portion of the New 52. That's one thing I will say. But the time I like revisited Batman was when I went to college for the second time, and there was this classmate I had who let me borrow some of her New 52 Batman comics, which was really kind of her. And that really made me think, damn, you know what? I'm gonna really get into the latest canonical. I just, as soon as I found out, like, okay, I mean, I knew there was comics going, but I was like, I want to immerse myself into knowing what is what right now. So that's when I purchased the Court of Owls hardback, like volume 1, and then, you know, Court of Owls number 2. And then, yeah, so I feel like one of my favorites to me is just what gave me such a strong impression, because the Court of Owls is such a good comic book storyline. I've always loved Batman my whole life. Like, that's just something that should be obvious. But to then read a graphic novel for the first time in quite a while by that point, it's just such a, like, it's not really a secret that the Court of Owls is quite a popular storyline. And for me to be kind of hooked back into graphic novels like that at the time, with such a strong crucible for Bruce Wayne to be put through, you know, it was just, that's why I feel like I have to say that one, because, you know. And here we are today with a freaking Batman out, even though my hair, see that, look what I've done now, the hair's just going everywhere. Freaking, see what I mean? I can't even put a hat on because it's so thick. Right, okay. Oh. But anyway, yeah, I got this from Zavi. It's cool, nice hat. Super Spartan home address reveal when never. I'm actually moving soon as well, so if you ever dox me, it doesn't matter anyway. Right, let me. I should get a mullet, dude. This thing is already a mullet. Like, look at it. This is very much so a mullet. There's no wrong time to rock. Goddamn right, Aiden. Right, let me scroll up because we've got another super chat from the very generous people here. Thank you very much for not only just attending this live stream, but to those who are super chatting, that goes a long way. Right. I keep losing the chat. Every single time I scroll, like, it just disappears and then updates with a bunch more. I don't know if that's just YouTube being weird or what. Right. So... Wait, where did it go? Right, Wedge Ben. There we are. Thank you very much for the £1.79. You know what? I'm going to soon change to that thing where I can feature them on screen. I've said this every live stream. Someone remind me to do it, but there's certain streaming softwares where I can actually feature people's comments on screen, even if it's not a super chat. So, like, I want to do that. So, Wedge Ben, thank you for the £1.79. Give us a... See you, Boba, for 100k. Wait, am I being an idiot? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. SIU. I'm too innocent for this, whatever that is. But thank you. There was another super chat. Where's that one gone? John H. Thank you very much for the £5. Congrats after Bizarro's... Okay, Superman and Lois spoilers here. Just saying. After Bizarro's something or another, do you think we'll have... Even though, to be honest, you should be up to date if you're kind of... You know, this is like a week old now, and there's no Superman and Lois this week. So after that, do you think we'll have another villain? What are your ideas on the villains for the next 2 graphic novels of The Flash? So, Superman and Lois, I'm not even sure that... I mean, I can't guarantee that he is, you know, dead, basically, because he pushed that kryptonite in him, and we know that makes Bizarro stronger. So I feel like they could be doing a play on the Death of Superman storyline, where Bizarro's got to come in, like, I don't know, even if it's like 6 episodes from now. I really don't know. I can't even remember how many episodes there are this season. But I know we should assume he is, and I would say don't take what I'm saying. It's just a random-ass speculation and theory, but just don't rule out that Bizarro could come back in like a John Henry Irons type way. And as for the villain, I do think it's still Anderson. And I never really saw Bizarro, even though he was framed to be that way. I don't think he is like a villain. I always felt empathy for him. I really did. Even before we got the more context on him. Now, what are my ideas on the villains for the next 2 graphic novels of The Flash? I haven't been paying as much attention with The Flash, because I'm just... I kind of struggle to just be as on board with it these days. But I have heard something about Eddie. Apparently he's having a bit more of a I mean, I could be talking out of my ass right now, but Eddie Thawne could be coming back after even this Jay and Nora episode. Bart and Nora episode. So, do you know what I mean? I feel like if they ever get anywhere with Cobalt Blue, that would be incredible. Please do Cobalt Blue, please. That way, I mean, you know, say what you will about The Flash, but I'd still watch that, you know. So I think we should get our get my Batman going. After all, so many Bat family members have joined so far. My theory's accurate. Your theory's accurate. I mean, some of them maybe, but I can't always guarantee all of the theories to be correct, if you know what I mean. But anyway, cheers, everyone. It's not like this. This is just root beer, to be honest. But Sorry, right. I keep getting distracted. Right. Let me be back on board. So, yes, back to that super chat I was just talking about, everyone. Thanks to John for that £5. If anyone else wants to contribute with the next two graphic novel ideas, I just want it to be. I want the tone to. Yeah, Eric Wallace isn't going to make the tone any better, is he? But I just want them to do something really interesting with Eddie Thorne. That would be great. That would be great, to be honest. So, right, so let me scroll up a little bit more. We've got Wedge Ben again with another super chat. Thank you very much for the £1.79. What are your thoughts on a Mr. Freeze show? I would say no. I would rather Mr. Freeze be continued in. Well, if let's just say for argument's sake, second movie has multiple villains to Matt Reeves' the first Batman, Chapter 1, if you will. I want Mr. Freeze to be implemented as. You know, you got Colin Farrell's Kingpin, Penguin, and Mr. Freeze might be that of the Riddler's antagonist role, but you still have other things going on in the background. So a show, I don't think that's necessary. Neve sat down and attempted to record a podcast episode on the Batman, but genuinely can't put anything to words because I loved every second and every frame would be way too long. Don't ever get self-conscious about that. I mean, I do get it at the same time because some people really don't like it, but I do tend to obviously focus on the compliments. And some people I managed to speak for over an hour on the Batman in my no spoiler review. So somehow I ramble for an hour without giving any major plot detail away, which is, arguably really just get to the point for some people, but I encourage rambling because people who are as passionate as you will tend to flock to you, and that's what I found. I might be maybe slower growing for it because my Superman and Lois reviews might be 27 minutes, and you might have another channel that does it in 10 to 13 minutes. But as a result, you get the people who kind of want to geek out about it a little bit more in your sphere. As a result, I feel I'm just about to get to the other super chats, guys. Thank you so much to those who just sent them in. I will catch up with it. Neve, I also saw, am I going to do Kenobi videos? Hell yeah. Just how I covered The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, I will probably be the most gassed up about Kenobi every single week. So if anyone's wondering, other than Neve here, about Obi-Wan Kenobi, when that comes to Disney+, I will be doing videos every week. I've even jotted down a video idea today saying what I'm looking forward to with Kenobi. I want to do a separate video, just what I'm really hoping could happen or might happen. Right. Ambrose Roll, based on now 7 episodes of The Flash, do you think The Flash has a story to tell this season or just another saved miss? I know there's interlude episodes with The Flash, and I feel like there will be main plot. It just depends if the main plot's going to be more interesting than that of Mirror Monarch or something like that. And who knows? So let's now move back onto the super chat. So we've already read out Wedge Ben's there. Adam Grunther, good to see your face, man. Thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. So do you think that Mr. Bones will be the big bad of Stargirl Season 3, or do you think it will actually be someone else? I'm really undecided on this because Mr. Bones isn't necessarily a straight-up villain in that of the source material. He was, I believe, actually experimented on himself, but, this is an adaptation at the end of the day. And it feels like Mr. Bones could be running that institute, the Helix thing going on there, where maybe in Stargirl he is deliberately, maybe they just want to adapt him, make him straight up villainous, and he's experimenting on or doing something with metahumans, or maybe giving metahuman powers to kids. I don't know. It's hard to figure that out, but they could easily make him the guy who's oh, I've got an ulterior plan, and I'm Mr. Bones. But it would be pretty cool if my favorite thing, it's always more interesting when you try and make a villain not so one-dimensional villainy, right? Whether you have a little bit of empathy for him or her, it's always a lot more interesting. You don't even have to agree with their villainous, diabolical ways, but when they at least give you a bit of compassion or empathy from the audience perspective, a really good example of this is what they're doing on Titans at the minute in season 4, or even Joseph Morgan's previous role as Niklaus from the originals. He was a bit of a villainous character, but he was multifaceted in the sense that you kind of cared about that character. So I feel like, I'm not saying Mr. Bones I'm going to be like crying my eyes out over, but, you know, never say never, because they somehow still manage to add things, like good stories manage to add things like that in. And I really hope Stargirl, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with if they do make him just like, oh, I'm an evil bastard who's experimenting on youths in this institute or whatever, but I don't know, Adam. I do think there will at least be some other thing going on as well, though, for sure. Not just Mr. Bones. I think there will be something else. Right. Where is the Boba beard? More and more people are entering the live stream. Adrena Bell says, where is the Boba beard? It died. It died along... No. It will be back. I just shaved again today. I thought, why not? I mean, I know it's weird. I think it's 50-50, 60-40 split between people being like, what? What have you done? From the Batman, that is a little Batman quote. And some people are like, oh, nice, you shaved. It's, I think with me, whenever I live stream, if I shaved, people are always going to talk about it. Right, where are we? Did I miss your name drop? So anyway, it seems that new people are joining, so people who have already heard this, just, I don't know, just pretend you haven't. I will be doing my name drop in my 100k video. I could give it away in this live stream, but I just figure if I'm waiting for my YouTube 100k play button thing to come to me, I may as well... What I'm going to do is unbox that and do a few other fun things in my video. I'm going to then rename myself. Maybe I will. I will reveal my name, my first name that is, to you guys then. To anyone who's wondering about that. And it's nice to see that people are remembering that, because if you remember that, that means you've been here for quite a while. Because I always said, not really expecting to get to 100k. Yeah, I'll give my name away at 100k subs. Yeah, help me get there, you know. Right, okay, so... Alexa, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you so much for the generous $10. Congratulations on 100k. You're giving off our Pattinson vibes with the shaved face. I'm really happy for you, and keep it real as always. Thank you so much. And I guess thank you. I take that as a compliment, because I guess Pattinson's a good-looking person. I don't know. For me, apparently I look like multiple people. Apparently, I look like Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. Apparently, I look like Matt Reeves. Apparently, I look like Pattinson. Apparently, I look like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad when I have a beanie on. Apparently, I'm a hybrid of everyone. I don't know. It's always those names. It's Pattinson, Matt Reeves, Jesse Pinkman. Oh yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is one of them. I think maybe I'm just a master chameleon, so if I have a beanie on, I look like Aaron Paul, Jesse Pinkman. If I have this kind of hair or whatever, I look, I don't know, like Matt Reeves with a beard, but if I shave, I then turn into a bit of a Pattinson wannabe or something. And if I wear glasses, maybe I look like Harry Potter. I don't know. I don't freaking know, but hey, they're all not bad-looking people. So, but the one that gets me is Arya Stark. But that one makes me laugh because I can kind of see it. I think me and Maisie Williams have similar eyebrows. I don't know. Just Google Arya Stark right now, maybe, and maybe you guys will see it. I don't know. It always gives me a laugh. But Alexa, thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you again just for being along for the ride, and let alone super chatting. That's insane. But we got Evan Hughes. We got Evan Hughes here, everybody, for the £4.49. Thank you so much. Hey, Boba, this is my first ever super chat. Thank you. What are your thoughts? My mouth, we're at the point of the stream now where my mouth starts drying up because of the continuous talking. So bear with me. What are your thoughts on the Gotham Knights game? If you're ever in Glasgow, I'd love to buy you a pint. Awesome. You know what? I've never, ever been... to Glasgow. I've never been to Scotland. I would love to go up there. I've got Scottish friends. Edinburgh looks incredible as well. I like architecture. I mean, I'm not a massive architecture geek, but like I like a lot of England's kind of. I mean, I want to go to Rome for that very reason. And I know Edinburgh. I can't speak right now. The castle, I want to see that. Anyway, Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's like a games for a service kind of game, right, or something like that. I mean, I'm a bit hesitant about the current state of the gaming industry anyway. I think a lot of us, I don't even need to get into that, basically. It's just a piss take how many games don't get released completed. But screw all of that, like, rambling. I'm very excited to be able to play cooperative, kind of Arkham game-like combats with my friends. I think that's the only way to put it. I don't know if I'm as excited as the story is as like maybe what they want me to be, but for the actual, I'm a fan of the Arkham games, so obviously having a mirrored experience cooperatively is something I'm really looking forward to. So Evan, yeah, I'll put on my social media one time saying, hey, yeah, I'm in Glasgow, and that's when you can tweet at me, and you can buy me a pint of the finest. I don't know. Right, okay, right. Blimey, we got quite a few super chats. Guys, sorry I'm taking a while with this. I will get to these super chats, don't worry. And to anyone asking me questions in the live chat, I try my best, but don't think that I'm ignoring you. I do not ignore. It's just, takes me a while to get through all those chats over there. And then by the time I've answered one, a lot of them just scroll up the screen. So, you know how it is. Rocking the something in the way. Bruce, look right now. Jordan, just Jordan. Something in the way. Right. Okay, so the next super chat, if I can frickin' find it, is from... Wait, no, so we've read out Evan's. And thanks again, Evan, for sending that super chat, man. Especially as it's your first ever one. I feel honored. I don't know, actually, is it your first ever one here or in general? I don't know. But anyway, John H., thank you so much for the £5. Eddie's. See, this is what made me a little bit more optimistic, but I know I'm already answering it before I read out your question. But I don't know how much they're really going to get into if he's only got 3 more episodes. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. So Eddie's got 3 more episodes in Season 8. Oh, okay, and it has been hinted he may appear in more. Could you tell us more about this Batman film spin-off show for Arkham? So yeah, no, well, first of all, that makes me more happy because I'm not going to get too carried away because Eddie Thawne, I think a lot of us want a certain storyline with him. And knowing The Flash, we probably won't get anything like that. So it'll be a bit of... I always do kind of preach the whole... You shouldn't let expectations or theories or speculations take away from any of your experience going in. But I want to see something more with Eddie rather than just a freaking flashback feature or like, oh, we time traveled, so he's alive now. I want him to be Cobalt Blue. As for this Arkham show, so yeah, the history behind that, John, long story short here, and what it's about is what we know right now, and I might do a deep dive into this one day soon. Got a lot of Batman videos planned, and there's, I've got so many coming out of the movie, that they will be coming out periodically, slowly but surely, just to let everyone know in the live stream. There are plenty of the Batman videos to come, spin-off updates, sequel updates. Even then, lots of in-between content that I really want to tackle. But with this Arkham show, there was meant to be 2 series originally. So we have the Penguin series and the GCPD series. There's talks behind the scenes about a Catwoman series, but nothing official on that yet. So the GCPD series got put on the bench. It's not happening for now. And if anything, as Matt Reeves said, it evolved and grew into the Arkham series. And in how Matt Reeves describes Gotham as a character in of itself, Arkham, he says, and I really do agree with all of this, is a character as well. It really is. Arkham Asylum is it's got its own, Gotham's a a beating heart, you could say, like a smoker's lung, I guess you could say. It's tainted. But Arkham is like a black heart. It really is, especially at this point before Batman has even tried. I mean, Batman really never does a good job anyway, I suppose, because people always, in terms of putting people in Arkham, because they always keep breaking out, the security obviously always seems to fail. But what I'm trying to get to, long story short, even though this is a long story, is that imagine Arkham at its infancy. We got John Doe, Barry Keoghan's Joker in there. We've got Riddler in there now. But to explore the horrific kind of... I can't even properly articulate this. It's basically going to be a show, a horror-esque show, as Matt Reeves described it, of Arkham. And I don't know the time setting yet, but he says, like, coming out of our film and the characters within Arkham and what that could be. It does make me think that, at least for now, it wouldn't be bold to assume that it could be set after the Batman and what Arkham is like at the end of when Edward Nashton, the Riddler, is, committed to Arkham State Hospital. But I can't guarantee that. It might not be at the end of the movie. It could be, but then they might also start off the Arkham thing with an origin flashback, like how the Arkham set this up, and blah, 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 and then it turned into this, and then by the end of the first episode, it could be set in present day. It's really hard to say for sure, but I think the Arkham show has so much potential, and not only that, it can hint at other characters. Like, for example, one of the main characters could be someone like Hugo Strange before, just like with everything with Matt Reeves, before even Hugo Strange is at that mythic figure that he is in 4 to 7 years' time. Just like the Riddler. Riddler was very, I always repeat this, but Selina Kyle isn't Catwoman in this movie. She doesn't have the moniker of Catwoman. Barry Keoghan's Joker is John Doe. Like, he doesn't have a name. He's not called the Joker yet. But every part of their characteristics is Catwoman and is Joker. Same with Riddler, albeit he did have the name the Riddler. So I think the same could be applied to Hugo Strange if he was overseeing Arkham, but there was this under the surface level experimentation going on there because of Hugo. God damn it. I was going to say Hugh knows. Unintentionally there. No pun intended. Like, seriously, I'm an idiot. Either way, I'm going to shut up now. I need to get on to the next Super Chat. But John, I'm looking forward to it. It's a shame that the Gotham PD series is kind of gone for now. But, hey, I'm down for this Arkham series, so I need to keep making my mouth non-dry. Right. Making me salivate so much. Does anyone like root beer? A lot of my fellow British people do not like root beer, but I like root beer. It's good. Anyway, John, hopefully that was a satisfying answer. Right. There we go. Freaking hair is always in my eyes at the minute. Flicks with Joe. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Flicks with Joe. Thank you so much for the $10. And not only that, man, you've been here for quite a while. And it's so nice. And, just without getting too cheesy, just seeing the regular names, it's not just like lots of people just dropping off the face of the earth. It's even outside my live streams. I really appreciate just seeing consistent audience member names, because it shows that we really are, over the course of time, building up a community here. Hey, we hit 100K, that's this whole stream, so it's just nice. And Flicks with Joe is definitely a name that I remember. So, Boba, I've been with you, and as I didn't even read that message, and as you said, I've been with you since Gotham Season 3 started airing. And that's what I was going to say, dude, because I feel like your name has been a name that I've been reading pop up with regards to my content on this channel for years now. Loved all your reviews and enthusiasm, and I'll always be a fan. Keep up the amazing work, fellow Gothamite. Thank you, Joe. Thank you again for even just super chatting and going above and beyond there. But really appreciate your enthusiasm about me, Excuse me. I keep drinking too much root beer. I keep almost burping and also hiccuping at the same time. That would not be a combination that anyone wants to see. Right, now we finally got onto the legendary Mr. Wicks. Jesus, Mr. Wick. insanely generous of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For I just wish I could pull these up on screen. I keep losing it. Right. Thank you so much for the £20. Holy shit. Just sending congratulations, and I hope I haven't missed the name reveal. So, Mr. Wick, okay, it seems like we're still getting people coming in who haven't been here the whole stream. But I'm just saying this again to anyone who's brand new coming in here and who remembers that I would be giving my name away when I hit 100K. That is true. But I'm also doing a video where, as I'm sure a lot of you know, when you hit a milestone on YouTube, like 100K, 500K, a million, 10 million, you get like a play button. YouTube sends you a little reward kind of thing. And I am going to unbox that on top of some other fun things in that video. And I'll be doing my name reveal in that video. So essentially, I will be waiting. So like, it might be a few more weeks. Don't go mad at me, but feel free to guess my name. But Mr. Wick, thank you so much for that super chat. You didn't miss the name reveal, but to anyone who's wondering still, I am giving it away, my name, to anyone who particularly cares, but I'm waiting until I release that video. Because I'm just waiting for them to freaking send the play button, which I think takes up to a month, so... You know, when you hit 100K, they need to review your channel. And I think, you know, it makes sense because some, you know, people can buy subscribers online. That's, you know, really cheap way. And they need to verify, I guess, that you're a real 100K subscribed channel. Not only that, you know, people, you might hit 100K and then you might lose 500 subscribers. So, do you know what I mean? I think there's a little bit of a process there to get your play button. But don't worry, guys. I'm kind of looking forward to making that 100K video because I posted in my community tab for some ideas and I didn't know what to do. I was just like, hey, yeah, like, I'm really grateful for 100K, but like, I felt like the video was going to be over before it started. But you've given me some good ideas, like literally I'm going to be reacting to a few of my old videos. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but it would just be like, oh my God, reminiscing maybe over some popular videos that I did back in the day, like the Jerome Valeska, like when we got the leaks of the smile. I feel like that would be a nice flashback. And also a cringe fest for me, because I'll be looking at the 21, 22, 20. How old was I when I started this channel? I don't know. But anyway, Mr. Wick, as always, very, very, very grateful to you for your support and your super chats, man. Thank you so much. Cook. Hello, Cook. Thank you for the $3. Or should I say for the $3 super sticker? I think that's how they're called. First, does that say first bump? I think that is. I need to wear, you know, believe it or not, I wear glasses. I bet when I wear glasses in the future, because I'm getting a new prescription soon, people could be like, Boba wears glasses. This is something I used to do all the time, but I just, unfortunately, for the past 2 years, stupidly haven't worn them. And now my eyesight's just getting so much worse. But Cook, thank you for the super sticker. That is adorable. First bump. Right. Irish. Hello, Irish. Oh my God, we've got even more super chats that I've missed. Well, I haven't missed them. I just haven't really got to them yet. Right, guys, don't worry. I will be getting to these. Jesus. Right, so we've just done Cooks. Right, getting on to the next one. Right, Red Comet Man. Thank you so much for the $5. Boba, I know YouTubers that go live for review for hours. It in the market, so you find with long video. Oh, no. Oh, I see what you're saying. So I know YouTubers that go live review for hours in the market, so you find with long videos. Yeah, no. I mean, thank you for saying that. And I agree. I've come to learn over the course of time that I genuinely, some people like accuse me of like dragging out my videos for AdSense, but I could tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. I don't think some people realize how hard I've tried to make short videos when I review things or whatever. I am just not capable of it. My brain, ADD wise, just keeps talking. And when I try and get to a point, I go down a tangent mid-sentence. So, like, the thing is, though, I think it's appealing for some people. So, long story short there, I've learned to embrace it. And at the same time, also accept that some people are like, get to the point, man. And I'm just like, okay, well, fair enough. Like, I get that, but maybe my content isn't for you, and you need to go to a channel that reviews it in 13 minutes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I also like rambling at the same time, you know? I do still, no matter what, I make a real conscious effort still to try and trim it down as much as I can. But even then, the videos turn out to be 20 to 25 plus minutes for even a typical review. Oh man, it's insane. It's insane. I think that is why I do grow a little bit slow on YouTube, in the sense that, you know, it's always been a bit of a joke in the YouTube community that a 10-minute video is like an eternity. And that's 10 minutes, you know? So for me, it takes it. But what I do like here is that we kind of cultivate a real tight-knit community, I feel. How long was my Uncut Batman review? I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes, maybe. Yeah, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. And that's where people will start going, release the Boba cut. Yeah, and that's why it takes me so long to edit videos as well. God, if I had like a 13-minute video, that would be so much quicker for me to edit and upload. But then when I have to do, like, let's just say the Superman and Lois, or the Flash, or, you know, the Mandalorian or Obi-Wan Kenobi episode review, I'll be talking for like 37 to 42 minutes. I trim that down to like 25 to 27 minutes. So, you know, that gives you an idea. Right, Red Comet Man. Thank you again for that super chat. So we got Big Chad. We got Big Chad. Big Chad is in the chat. Thank you so much for the $5. Oh, you're asking a question that this shows that. No, yeah, man, this shows you've been here for a while. Are your hands better than they used to be? I remember back in the day, you took a bit of a break because of that issue. Congratulations on 100,000, my man. Thank you. No, yeah, that was like arguably the worst time I've ever experienced in my life. Not to get too deep here, but no, yeah, I had some really bad health issues when I was about 21 years old to like 24 years old, where I just had really bad issues with my nerves and muscles in my body, and it was all due to like a PTSD kind of fibromyalgic type kind of snap in my head. Mental health is like a really serious thing, and a lot of repetitive strain or stress injuries are caused by like not actual like I'm not going to preach about this, but like, you know, when you're typing on a keyboard, you might know someone who has got forearm strain or something like that. That's, your body is perfectly capable to deal with that. It's usually because you might be having pent up stress. So for example, your shoulders are meant to rest here, right? But sometimes you might not realize that you're typing like this. And as a result, you need to kind of drop your shoulders. But like, as a result of that, you can like really screw up. Basically, without getting into the sciencey side of that, and it's a really, 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 really unknown medical thing in today's day. I mean, mental health is getting better and better, but like this specific issue, when mental health affects your peripherals and your ability to move and do things repetitively, is a really underknown. That's not even a word. It's a not known well thing in like whether it's in England with GPs or doctors. So I've been even thinking about starting a website about it. It's an actual like medical condition. But basically after the death of a friend when I was 21, I thought I was dealing with it fine. Like obviously not fine, but you know what I mean? Like in the long term, I didn't really feel massively different to what you should feel. But one day, 3 or so weeks later, I was just doing an essay in college. And I couldn't type without my arms going on fire. And around the time of that video that Big Chad is referencing, he's, you know, sorry, just saying a name out loud when I'm trying to get a little bit deep. Are your hands better than what they used to be? I remember back in the day, I literally had to take a break because I couldn't even edit a YouTube video. I couldn't even use my phone because it affects everything. I couldn't use my thumb like you do to text without it fasciculating. I literally had it twitching like this by itself. Like it would go like that. And I'm sure you've all experienced eyebrow twitches or eyelid twitches, like normal things like that. But imagine that in every single muscle in your body. Like my central nervous system was going fucking crazy. And I do know now why. But one thing I want to do is spread awareness about that one day properly, because I know for a fact there's so many people suffering with conditions like that who genuinely don't have any tools or ways to properly cope with that. It's basically this thing that happens in your brain that goes freaking nuts, and then it takes it out on your body. And it's not necessarily like fibromyalgia is something like that, but there's a whole family tree of conditions like that. Because fibromyalgia isn't always necessarily something you can come back from, and I have come a long way, but I still do deal with it. But again, without dragging this out for too long, so I don't think some people particularly care. And the reason why I really don't mind talking about this is because it's such a severe issue that really effectively disabled me for like over 2 years of my life. It drove me like suicidal, basically, because I couldn't do anything. And God, you have no idea how grateful I was to like kind of be able to use my fingers again. And I couldn't game, like, this sounds so stupid, but like I was doing a games development course in college, so I was quite a gaming enthusiast, and I used controllers. Like I couldn't use the keyboard to edit, do my job, or things like that. I couldn't write. I couldn't use a keyboard to write essays. I couldn't game. All of that was cut out for like 2 years. I couldn't do anything that I like to do. It was always a constant stress, and there's lots of people out there who genuinely think they keep getting re-injured because their forearms or their fingers might have just been typing too much. It's genuinely probably, even if it's really mild, probably not because of that, but probably because of how stressed you are. I can't obviously say that about everyone and everything. It's just there's some fucked up issues out there that I think a lot of people aren't aware of. And even GPs aren't aware of this so much, unfortunately. And it took me... one of the first ways I found out about it was when I was attending physio, and she just said, you need to stop tensing. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you're tensing here, you're tensing there, you're tensing here. And it was just so natural for me to be completely stuck. And then like to let myself go. As soon as I did that, even though I thought I was letting myself go, 5 to 7 seconds later, I would be like this again without realizing it. So then, when you try and type and do repetitive things like that, your body can't do it without injuring itself. It's a whole thing. Trauma can really fuck you up. It was basically a post-traumatic stress thing that snapped my brain. Even though I could still laugh and joke about things with my friends, it's very internal. And it causes very, very physical repercussions as a result. And it's very scary not knowing how you're ever going to get better when you're in that like thick of it, which is why I really want to do something to help people become more aware of it, because there's lots of people out there who have similar issues to what I went through and genuinely don't see a light at the end of the tunnel whatsoever. And it's crazy. Yeah, it is to an extent psychosomatic, but like then your brain synapses and neural pathways can relearn the sensitivity of pain and things like that. It gets really, really tricky. When I keep addressing this further and further, I'm reading more and more comments from people like just a second ago talking about this as well. But yeah, like Big Chad, long story short there, guys. And I know I went on about that for a bit, but I just who knows, out of the 108 people here right now, maybe suffering from some similar thing. This is why I stress that there's like a whole garden variety of separate things that come under that kind of trauma that the brain can do to deal with it. It could have appealed to someone. It really is a mind and body connection, not in a mystical way. What I truly mean is like your mental state can affect your physical state in the way that you are. And the funny thing is, if you would have told me that at the beginning of when these symptoms started coming on, I'd been like, that's bullshit. Like, this is very physical. And I think a lot of people reject anything being mentally linked because they might feel okay, but it's so much more deep rooted than that. And now I'm a lot better. I'm very susceptible under stress to reactivating symptoms like that. But I will say by now, I'm a bit of like a self-proclaimed guru in that subject of I know the tools that whenever I'm facing a lot of stress or whatever, that I can, help navigate how to be okay. I won't be losing my cool and being like, oh my god, am I going to be stuck like this forever? There is a way to get out of it, but it's pretty messy. But yeah, I don't know if that was helpful to anyone, but thanks for bringing that up, Big Chad, because, and again, your username cracking me up. It's crazy what the human mind and the brain is capable of, you know? Right, so let me scroll down a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chats, Red Comic Man, Big Chad, and then obviously Cook and Mr. Wick and everyone else. I think there might have been one or two more that we haven't got to. Hey, Boba, have you heard that the GCPD Arkham Asylum show might actually be a cover-up for a Joker show, Charlie says. I did somewhat tackle in how Barry Keoghan, if it is indeed the Arkham show taking place after the movie, I expect it to get into every facet of Arkham. So, as a result, I don't think Barry Keoghan's role will be like a series regular necessarily. But I wouldn't rule out at all that he could be in it. Now, as for it being a cover for an actual John Doe origin story, I don't know about that. But I most certainly wouldn't rule out Barry Keoghan's Joker basically being amongst the DNA that this show and the fabric of what this show Arkham series is about. Right, Irish, thank you so much for the £1.79. Bob, if you were blonde, you could pull off Kurt, bet. I know, the funny thing is, I wanted to kind of, but the thing is, I didn't want to be like, oh, you're trying to be Kurt Cobain, but I've always wanted to dye my hair dramatically like that. Even if I didn't like it, I could just, just like, who gives a fuck? I could wear a hat like this or just get my hair cut. But I have always wanted to dye, because I got like brown hair. Even if it's not a pure blonde, I just wanted to have some kind of blondish, platinum-y kind of thing to it. Not Targaryen blonde platinum, but I don't know. Who knows? One day I might do that. But I, at the same time, don't want to be that guy who is trying to be Kurt Cobain, why am I doing an exaggerated bloody British accent there? It's not like Kurt Cobain was British. But anyway, moving on. Thank you so much, Irish. And who knows? Maybe one day I will do the blonde, just for the memes, Morgie39, good to hear that root beer is your favorite. I'm so behind on these. These chats. Bleach my hair. No, I mean, I don't really know a lot about hair dyeing. So, like, I know people bleach it before dyeing, but wouldn't bleaching it destroy the hair as well? I don't know. Fireflame62. Back at it again. Thank you. I mean, from the other stream, that is. Thank you so much for the $15. What are your opinions of the Doctor Strange and Miss Marvel trailer? And would Michael Fassbender be a perfect Victor Van Doom or a member of the Owls? Interesting. So, Miss Marvel, I watched the trailer today and I was contemplating, do I do a reaction on this? And I concluded that, you know what, I'm not going to judge the show. I haven't seen the goddamn show. I haven't seen an episode 1 or 2. But I have to admit, like, even though it looks like fun to an extent, I don't know if it is massively for me. It, like, to give my first impressions, it seems mid-ish, but again, I do want to heavily stress that's just my personal taste. I could see episode 1 and 2, and funnily enough, I thought Stargirl, when I was going into that, even though I thought the trailers looked good, one of the first promos they showed for it, it was really cheesy. And this had a bit of, like, that kind of, I don't know, it's just, it came across a certain way to me, the Miss Marvel trailer, that I thought, you know what, I don't know if this is so up my alley, but I can't say shit because, I have enjoyed, say what you will about every Marvel Disney Plus show. There's still things that I really enjoy about them. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm a bit more hypercritical because I do a channel like this. And I don't see why there wouldn't be something that, despite me maybe finding critical about Miss Marvel, I might still really interestingly enjoy it. But, interestingly, not that I'm trying to make a massive ad populum argument here, but a lot of my mutuals on Twitter, maybe because they're like-minded, I don't know, but they were just like meh when they saw the Miss Marvel trailer as well. So that kind of made me not feel so alone there. I don't know. I'll have to see what you guys think, but I am a bit behind on the super chats here. So I've got the live chat on my right, and I've got like the scrolled up chat on my left. So I'll keep an eye out on what you guys have to say there. Congrats on the 100K. Thank you so much, LA Blue 246. If you're still here, that is. Right, Fire Flame 62. We just read that out, and we got. Oh no. But I haven't answered your other questions. Would Michael Fassbender be a perfect Victor Van Doom or a member of? I think Michael Fassbender is just an impeccable actor, and I want to see him in more things. I would love to see him in a DC world, though, for sure. Brian, I just saw your chat. Thank you so much for saying congrats on the 100K. So, yeah. Oh, I could say member of the Owls. Yeah, I think Fassbender could be a compelling anything. I'll leave it at that. Sean S., thank you so much for the $10. Big shout out to Sean here. So what do you think about the rumors that Maul, oh yeah, I heard about this, was going to be the main villain in the Obi-Wan show, but they changed it to Vader. I had mixed feelings about this. I was going to make a video, but then I had to make another video, and I just thought, I'm going to be a bit, old to the news, I guess you could say. Let's get the side hat going here. I just realized how ridiculous I look right now. I don't know, because my first opinions were like, oh man, I'm not trying to clown on Kathleen Kennedy or anything like that. Say what you will about her, whether you love her, dislike what she's done or whatever. But I do remember that, I could be talking out my ass here, but wasn't she the one to like kind of be like, no, Obi-Wan Kenobi needs more work, we're going to rework it. Now, I'm not saying that Maul should have been in the show, because this is my first reaction. I was like, oh, that would have been cool. But I do want Vader at the same time, even though I think Vader would have had a presence. But Maul's story was kind of told in Rebels. Now, I understand that the mass general audience doesn't watch every animation. Neither do I. I only tuned into certain parts of Clone Wars because it wasn't necessarily for me. Interestingly, though, I watched all of Star Wars Rebels. So I know I'm going all over the place right now. My first reaction was, oh man, that's dope. And because I remember, but I was also a bit slighted in a sense, because I remembered those creative changes. So like Kathleen Kennedy or someone else was like, oh yeah, we're not happy with the script. And I was just a bit like, is that why? I don't know. But then again, I did think, well, Maul's story was told in Rebels. Do we really? It does feel like to bring Maul back in Obi-Wan Kenobi and then just like have him go away again, then to just come back to Tatooine and die again. It maybe would make the Rebels ending even better, because he was even more angry that he got defeated and ran away to lick his wounds in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I mean, that's kind of cool. But they didn't do that. They didn't want to do that. Plus, there was a controversy with... Oh, man, I'm forgetting the name of Maul. This is going to annoy me. Somebody in chat, tell me who played Maul. He basically did something really fucked up, if I remember correctly, to his wife. Basically posting something really private. Kind of revenge style, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if it was around the time of that when... Yeah, Ray Park. It might have been around the time of that where they started reworking things. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do think Vader would have been in the show still, no matter what. Not maybe as focused as he is right now. But ultimately, I do feel like the fact that maybe they're leaning into Vader more, it makes me happier more. So they're gonna be... That's gonna be a win for me. I mean, Hayden Christensen, like, coming back to play Vader, and probably we're gonna get more Vader now because Darth Maul isn't gonna be the somewhat antagonist. I'm very excited for that. I'm not saying Obi-Wan Kenobi is gonna be the best show ever. Like, I might have several issues with it in terms of writing or plot contrivances or things like that, which I'm sure I'll point out in the review. But despite that, I'm going to be very biased and still be like, look, it's just like the prequels. The prequels have a shit ton of issues, but I love the prequels. Oh my God, I can't believe we're getting like Kenobi and Hayden back as Vader. Like, I can't. I'm gonna nerd. It was my childhood. I was obsessed with being Anakin when I was in like primary school. When I was in year 5 and 6, I had this kind of length of hair. There's like a picture of me on Twitter with me with the original Force Effects lightsaber of Anakin Skywalker. I was so obsessed. I mean, I was so obsessed. So I'm going to really enjoy this show, I think, regardless. But to give an objective, non-biased approach to my review, I will call it how it is episode to episode, but, you know, I will also be fanboying out. So I think my Obi-Wan Kenobi reviews are going to be very passionate. I think I'll be hard-pressed to believe that they would completely ruin something for me. I don't know. If they do something, like, really weird, I don't know, like a Mary Poppins moment with Leia, maybe, that is just as random as... and whatever they're doing in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, that I probably, like, tilt my head. But I'm still going to be like, oh my God, Ewan McGregor's back. Oh my God, Hayden. We got to see him in his meditation chamber with his mask off. Oh my God, we saw him again. Oh my God, and if they interact, the emotion and depth there, I could keep going on. So I was thinking, oh, that's a shame with Obi-Wan and Maul. But ultimately, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. So, next up in... oh, my God. Okay, I just lost the chats. Let me scroll up a bit. Right. Okay, so I've read that one from Sean S. Okay, John H. Thank you so much for the £2. What's your ideal Superman and Lois season 3 villain be? Ooh, it'd be cool to see like a... yeah, maybe a good... yeah. I mean, I was about to say like somewhere like Brainiac TZ would be cool, but like actual like the way Superman and Lois have got this kind of higher budgety-esque look to things. I'm not saying they are higher budget because I think that got debunked, but and I know they did stuff like this in Krypton. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. I can't help myself. But no, really, I like the way they kind of slowly build up these villains in Superman and Lois. So if they did something interesting there with something like Brainiac, that'd be cool. So I remember doing... I'm trying to think back to my season... before we got into season 2 video, and I was going over like what villains it could possibly be. And there were a few on the list, but I think I was straying away from Brainiac actually at the time. I mean, I know another big fit was, you know, Lobo, but people were like, oh yeah, but we want the one from Krypton to come across. So, but they probably wouldn't do that. They'd be recasting. So I don't know. I think it would be like a dual antagonistic kind of thing, like Superman and Lois seem to do. Like season 1, you had Morgan Edge, Tal-Rho, but you also had something else going on. Season 2, you got Ali Alston, Captain Anderson, Bizarro. Season 3 would be like maybe like a weird kind of adaptation of Brainiac, but then you have something else going on. Maybe to do with the Suns and getting their powers, could be a bit more edgier. I know they're kind of already doing something like that with Jonathan this season. But, you know, I do feel like the writers for Superman and Lois managed to make it interesting by, like, kind of having this multifaceted antagonistic plot for the season. Spread across multiple characters. Kind of like, in a weird example here, what Matt Reeves has done. You had Falcone, you had Oswald Cobblepot, but you had the main center stage being the Riddler, but you had these other darted around characters. Superman and Lois kind of do something like that, and I always really like that approach. So, Dimps 316, thank you so much for the £1.79. Congratulations, man. Onwards and upwards. Thank you. I really appreciate you sending in that super chat. And we got Owl Watch with the $2 here. His name is probably Derek. You look like a Derek. Well, I can promise you my name isn't Derek. I can promise you that. I'm out. That's a shame. But we'll move on to the water. Anyway, no, yeah, I'm not Derek. I mean, do I really look like a Derek? That's my Derek face. I don't know. Stretching. This is my... I don't know. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to go now. Longer reviews are better. I mean, I'm so far behind. People were talking about that. So, yeah, right. I need to move on to the current chat so we can... No, but yeah, thank you, Our Watch, but I'm not a Derek. I can tell you I'm not a Derek. Sean, congratulations on 100k. You give good, honest reviews and are not influenced by other people's opinions. Keep up the good work, Boba. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Not trying to blow smoke up my ass, but I do value integrity. I'm not just going to shill a show because I'm not afraid to go against the grain, or however the saying goes. Like, even if I know it might upset my present audience, I'm just like, this is a review. I know even if it was to do with the Batman, like, if I didn't like it, I know that would alienate so many people, even though it shouldn't, because it's a review and it's my opinion. And I'm glad if you really like the movie or show or whatever we're talking about, but it shouldn't stop you from giving an honest opinion, you know? And I think a lot of people are unfortunately influenced by a fear of loss is a path to the dark side. I don't know. Excuse the Yoda impression. It wasn't that great. I'm sorry, Master. What's it called? My what? What was that, Spawn? I think what I had, if you're on about that, it's like tension myosotis syndrome or something like that. It's, I don't know. It's called oh no, you're on about fibromyalgia, but there's like tension myosotis, I think, if you Google that, something like that. I don't know. Medical names can be confusing. Okay, wait, see, I'm catching up right now on a lot of the old comments, but I will try and skim through it to get to the current day chat. Grassy Man Productions says, I've had a similar thing. After losing a friend around a month later, I was unable to sleep no matter what without the use of anxiety pills. Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? Cole Latte says, you look so young and handsome. Thank you. Somehow I have the ability to de-age to a teenager or a man in his I don't know. How old do I look when I'm shaven? Maybe like 20. I mean, I feel like there are 20-year-olds who look like this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, 22, 21. Anyway, need to move on. It's really bizarre how trauma can manifest itself. Yep. Great to hear that you recovered from that. I'm very grateful. I mean, physiological reactions for sure, Cook. PTSD, OCD, anxiety for sure. I have those. OCD is another bitch of a mental health condition that can really affect you. And OCD, I think a lot of people mistake it for just being like, oh, you're neat, or you need to have a tidy desk. No. Like, OCD comes with all kinds of it's obsessively compulsory like thinking and all kinds of things. So yeah, I've had big OCD, for the majority of my life. Sorry if I'm being a bit quiet right now. I'm just skimming through those comments from earlier. Monarch says, hey, Boba, congrats on 100k. Been with you since the Batman teaser back in 2020. Keep it going. Keep it going and get to a mil. My God. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to a mil. That would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. But I just don't have expectations. And I think that's the best thing. I'm still driven. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna hit 1 million. Cole Latte, thank you so much for the $5. I hope you're still here. To anyone who I'm only just getting to these super chats of after speaking about the old ones for a while. Sorry, yeah, but Cole Latte sent in $4.99. I hope you're still here. If not, maybe you're watching this on playback. But thank you. There was no message attached to it, but appreciate the $5, my friend. Irish says, bleach your feckin' hair, boy. I read that one out earlier. Titans trailer was meh at first. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I personally really liked the tone they went for. I know a lot of people didn't. I remember go back to my first Titans video, I was defending it. I still do, in terms of like how in an adult grounded approach, being a Robin and in your 20s and saying fuck isn't remotely jarring. It is to a lot, it's a whole thing. And that is a deep debate. Luther says, no one more deserving. Congratulations on 100k subs. Thank you. Thank you, Luther. Mr. Lex Luthor. Lots of people saying congratulations. Thank you. How do I feel about the X-Men moving forward in Disney? Both really excited, but extremely apprehensive. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot I like about Marvel and even the MCU, but I do feel like there's a certain stagnant quality to their movies. And this is obviously my opinion. It's just they don't always... It's this kind of rhythm to it now, and I just have typical MCU apprehensions. I just want the characters to be done well. I don't... It's hard to articulate it, but the MCU isn't the god tier content that I think some MCU shills and stans really think it is. I love the MCU, don't get me wrong, in terms of I love James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, oh my god. But, when you look back on Infinity War and even Endgame, I still think they are thoroughly entertaining, but still, they're not like... I feel like to a general audience member, it's like, ah! But if you kind of like look at it a little bit closer, it's not like, for now, I'm just summarizing it. So I'm sure I'm going to have some fans just being like, oh, Boba, elaborate. You need to elaborate, otherwise you're wrong. I'm not going to do that now, but like MCU films, they're really fun. But sometimes they're just not that. They're just quite surface level, and there's a lot of issues with the plot sometimes. I mean, my God. I was about to mention names of movies there. Like, you may say whatever you say about Black Widow, but Black Widow really ain't that great in terms of being a tight-knit kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I mean, entertaining as hell, but there's a lot of... I mean, it's just... I'm gonna get into a rant at this stage, but... yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, even when it comes to the Marvel Disney Plus show, like, I don't like to be like the guy who's just like nitpick after nitpick after nitpick. But I think a lot of people like to throw out the word nitpick sometimes, when really what you might be critiquing is like a really important moment in the plot where a lot of everything that comes is predicated off of this one moment, and everything just really falls beneath that plot contrivance. MCU... or Marvel in general tends to do that quite frequently. So does DC, by the way. Jesus Christ, have you seen the Flash TV show? My God, it is the personification of what I just said. But I'm just saying, a lot of people like to be like, oh yeah, MCU film. But it's like, yeah, I might have enjoyed it, but it's really not that great sometimes in terms of a writing perspective. I think that's the way to put it. The writing isn't always god tier, but the entertainment can be, and that's really subjective, at the end of the day. You can both still be really critical thinking with something, but still really enjoy it. I think for some time, some people, when you make reviews, just because you critique something, and what really flabbergasts me, as a review, they think you hate it. It's like, no, I'm just reviewing it, and it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. It's just I'm being critical. It always baffles me when you get those types of people commenting on your videos, because it's like they expect, and what kind of world would this be, that every single review has to align with their way of thinking. makes no sense. Does it? Because a review is meant to be kind of like a really objective, kind of approached without bias. I mean, and that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people take that out of context. Objective. All I mean by that is like saying and looking at it without the bias of it. So like, for example, Kenobi. Oh my God, am I going to be biased to that show? But when I'm critiquing it, I will remove that bias and be like, to be fair, there was this moment, that I thought like was a bit weak. That was totally contrived with how Vader just didn't do that in that moment. Isn't that like really like that was lazy writing? Do you know what I mean? But then all of a sudden, if you say that to a really big Star Wars stan, I'm not saying this is every fan, but there might be that one fan who's like, you hate the show. You're not a real fan. And it's just like, okay, well, what are you doing watching a review? This is weird. I always rant about that, but obviously being and having a channel like mine, you do get quite a few comments sometimes, and you get a few idiots being like that. And I called those particular people idiots because they're just, it's like they're so close-minded to that their thing has to be perfect, and everyone else's opinions have to be the same, and critical thinking doesn't exist. It's basically, as my friend says, consume product, consume product, consume product, consume product. Don't ask questions, consume product, consume product, consume product. Do you know what I mean? And that's what those people are like. New movie comes out, consume product. It's, you know. But I'm glad that not everyone is like that, obviously, because then we would all be like a, I don't know, hive mind, if you know what I mean. Right. All right, so the latest super chat I read out was from Cole Latte. I'm going to probably end this stream in the next half an hour-ish because I've got to be somewhere. But, you know, I think I will make this one public. Maybe, just in case. I mean, it's a 100K live stream. Pull a Kurt Cobain and dye it with Kool-Aid, yeah. Kurt used some pretty interesting methods to dye his hair. Oh, okay. Adam Grunter's back at it again with another super chat to do with Stargirl this time. Thank you for the $5 again, Adam. Adam says, another Stargirl question. Do you think we'll see any other JSA members turn up alive, or do you think Starman and Dr. Midnight were the only survivors? You could argue that Jay Garrick is still around. I don't know really what the hell they're doing there, if you want to get, like, nitpicky about it. Because Jay, like, in that ISA versus JSA thing, like, the helmet was on the floor. But now we've seen that Jay Garrick was in the past, and that we saw Jay Garrick in the Bart and Nora episode of The Flash say that he was stuck in the past for like 16 years. I feel like that was their explanation. I don't know. I feel like Jay got away, but maybe he time traveled. I don't think Rick's parents will be about, like Hourman. Adam Grunther, I think they're treating it as the same Jay, but typical Arrowverse, I mean, I could be being fairly ignorant here, but I feel like I've taken it into account. They're not being that particular about the continuity, because without going into this too much, Jay Garrick after Crisis is on Earth 1. Stargirl after Crisis is on Earth 2. Yet it's the exact same Jay Garrick. Same costume. I mean, you could still say it's technically a multiverse version of him that just has the same costume. And we don't really have a proper... I think even the actor said it is the same. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's just them not particularly caring about the continuity too much, you know? I don't know about anyone else though, Adam. You know, I don't think you should bring Rick's dad back. I think that would be a bit lame to just be like, oh, hey, he's back as well. You've technically got the pink pen. I know Johnny Thunder isn't there anymore, but I don't think anyone else... I mean, who else am I forgetting? Dr. Midnight's here still. Probably forgetting someone. No, yeah, I agree, Marcus. If it was like a different Jay Garrick, they should have actually had the one with like the one from the photo. So that's why I would say it is the Arrowverse one, you know. Michael Parker, thank you so much for saying that. Keep up the good work and greetings from Arcadia, Louisiana. Thank you. But Brian, we've got a super chat. God, it shows you how just freaking wired I am right now. Brian and Antonetti, thank you so much for the $5. You'll probably cover this soon, but what do you think the main plot and main character of the Arkham series will be? Maybe a Scarecrow origin like Joker. We kind of spoke about this a little bit earlier. And I did say, yeah, I might lean into it more on a separate video. It's very hard for me to say because I think they could do like a plethora of things. Like, I think it would be an opportune moment to have like an early version of what Reeves does with the other characters of like Hugo Strange. Kind of like, you know what they did with Gotham, the Fox's Gotham? Obviously not nearly as flamboyant, a very serious approach to the horrific atrocities that happen in Arkham and the character that Arkham is. But you can maybe have Hugo Strange at an early stage of he's not that guy Batman and that guy we're very familiar with, like the Hugo Strange, but you could have him overseeing a lot of things and maybe doing screwed up things there. And I think it would be cool to make it like this kind of series where you follow a character every episode and their experience, kind of like an anthology series, but in the sense of it's all set within Arkham. But like the tales of each episode do contribute to this larger plot that maybe will connect together around episode 5 or 6, depending on how many episodes there are. Like, let's say there's 8, maybe connect around episode 5. But each character that gets explored, maybe it follows a worker in Arkham. It follows their journey, that episode, and their experiences within the halls of Arkham Asylum. I think that would be really, 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 really interesting. But as for main character, it's just too hard for me to call, but I feel like you could utilize an early Hugo Strange, who's just kind of building his own fascinations and everything that he's into up through somewhere like Arkham. The mistreatment and just the dire state that state hospital is in. I mean, you could do Scarecrow Origins, and just to reference your last part of that super chat there, you could do that, yeah, in terms of like, it could also introduce other Rogues Gallery members. I don't think you should litter them in there. I think there should only be max 2. Hinted to, maybe. Maybe Jonathan Crane is in there in like a Gotham-like way where he's been in there from like a young adult, but he was still studying, what he was, Dr. Jonathan Crane and all of that. It's hard to say. Maybe Jonathan Crane is experimenting on fear gas in there, and Hugo's there, and they're doing like some kind of collab. Who knows? But I do think there's an absolute well of potential there. Absolutely. And I trust Matt Reeves heavily with what he could do with that. Oh, so heavily. Like he's gonna have his ideas are gonna be insane. Vicky, hello. You've joined as we're somewhat ending the stream soon, but that's fine. Don't worry. I think I'm gonna make this one public. I think that's all of the super chats we've had so far. Okay, so now I can get back to the live chat. All right, let's go. Boba Talks, what do you think of Red Death? And if the Flash show will add him and how it will be presented. I would like Red Death. It's interesting that they teased it for it to never go anywhere. Makes you think if the Barry of the Flash movie with the, spray painted Batman armor that he's wearing could be like a, with the rumors be like a Red Deathy kind of thing. I don't know. I think it wouldn't be comic accurate at all in a TV show. Like, it wouldn't be like a Barry Allen mixed with Bruce Wayne thing going on there. It would probably be like a original idea with that is loosely inspired by the design and kind of idea of Red Death, if you know what I mean. Right, let me scroll up a little bit. Here's a fun question. Do you think Robert Pattinson will die in the Batman 3? I don't think he's going to die at the end of this trilogy, no. I would be surprised if they did that. I think this is going to be a growth to a point at the end of the trilogy. He will be a very quintessential Batman. I know I've already said that about this Batman, but that's for like at the time he's at. But quintessential on all fronts. Like, it would have been a curated process that Matt Reeves would have psychologically grown this Bruce Wayne and Batman through, that by the end of the movies, even though he's already going out there grappling hooking and, you know, over Gotham and protecting Gotham, and he's already had this growth of, you know, vengeance can't change anyone's past. You know, it's going to be a symbol of hope for the people of Gotham, but a symbol of fear for the criminal element. There's still a lot of growth to go. So by the end of the third movie, yeah, I expect you know, like a big kind of, I don't expect death. I expect him to be like, you know, Batman, the animated series Batman, just like, yeah, I'm Batman, you know, I'm here looking over Gotham kind of thing. LP3 Custom says, are you getting the art of the Batman book? Hell yeah. And we're going to be doing videos based off of that concept art book. Like, you can be goddamn sure that we are. So excuse my language there, but yeah, no, so what I like about that, the Batman, the art of the Batman book, it will give me an opportunity to, you know, do some fun bonus videos, getting into what the Batman suit could have looked like, getting into how this concept art, you know, a lot of concept art is obviously unused. It never gets brought to fruition in live action. They never build a set piece, or it's just an idea. And it gives you a whole other idea of where they could have gone, what things may have looked like. So get excited for... I would say, you know, if you get excited about my Batman videos, for videos like that coming out of the kind of making of the Batman that we're going to get soon. Reverse Flash 1990 says, just watch the Batman and holy deal. I hope you enjoyed it, man. It seems like you might have. Let's scroll down a bit. Is a Simima. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. I do. Do you think they should do more than 3 Batman movies? I mean, I would love that to be the case, but that's a very taxing experience for Matt Reeves and also Robert Pattinson and any cast. I would say it's 3 movies for that reason. Obviously, Matt Reeves can get somebody else to direct. He can still produce it and write the movie. But for now, I would say that it's going to be 3 movies for sure. If they ever turn it into like a, you know, I just don't think it's going to be more than 3 movies rather than like a Star Wars 1 to 6 thing. Even between the Star Wars movies, there was like, you know, a lot of years before they did the prequels. So, plus we're getting that expansion with the HBO Max spin-off shows. So, who knows? Yeah, like Matt Reeves is self-proclaimed said he's building a Batverse, if you know what I mean. So, Dominic, hey Boba, what is your real name? Congrats on the 100K. So, any new people here who still hasn't? I've mentioned this a few times, but I said at 100K I'll be revealing my name, and I'm waiting to do that on my 100K actual video that I'm posting to the channel, because I'm going to do a cool little, you know, video unboxing of the play button. It's going to be like a celebration for all of us achieving that. And then yeah, I'll be like, hello, nice to meet you. My name is frickin' Bob. I don't know. It's not really Bob, by the way, for anyone who takes that seriously. Some people I think have legitimately thought that because my name's Boba, that my name is Boba or Bob, but that's not the case. How long you gonna make videos for, Boba? Over 5 years? As long as I can, really. I love doing this, and I'm just gonna keep it going as long as I honestly can. And yeah, it couldn't get more simple as an answer as that. As long as I really enjoy it, and this is something I also really just love doing. So, Connor Woo, thank you so much for the super chat for the $1 there. No message attached, even though I always ask this, but I wonder if can you attach messages to $1 ones? I'm not sure, but either way, man, thank you so much for the support there. Oh, does that make Connor Wu the new stream boss? I just saw that appearing on screen. Or is it no? Our watch. Our watch is at 9 health points still. Okay, our watch is still the stream boss. I reckon your name is Ben. That is incorrect. Ben Solo. Ben. Ben. It doesn't let you attach chats to $1. Ah, damn. It should do. I mean, they should change that. But thank you, Connor. Anyway, Vicky, out of nowhere. Thank you so much for the $10. Again, you've been very generous recently. You and Mr. Wick, especially, like every week. I really do appreciate that. So sorry for missing live today. No, honestly, no worries. Couldn't help it. Was busy. You're a very busy bee. From what I know of what you do, you will always be Boba Talks as a part of you now. I'm a part of this too. Thank you. Honestly, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, when you said it's a part of you now, I've been trying to reach you. You're a part of this too. How am I part of this? 100K, hee. Defunct, you should legally change your name to Boba before the real just to mess with us. Yeah. I wonder how long that legal process is. I know it's a very real thing. I just don't know how long that takes. Did they ask you why? Do you need a good reason to change your name, or can you just do it for just for the sake of it? I think you can. My name is not Nathan. You guys are gonna have to wait for the 100K special video. I might be doing a giveaway in that video as well. I think that'll be really fun. Oh, maybe I could give away one of these. I think that would be really cool to give back. Like, how would you guys like a giveaway of, like, the Batman gold-plated kind of, provided they've got them in stock. Of yeah. I don't know, but like. I don't know if there'll be any of these left, actually, by the time, because there's only 2,022 made. But maybe there'll be something like that out there. Okay, Vicky, I see. I thought it was deliberate there. I was hoping you would get that it's a part of you, too. I've always loved little riddles. His name is John Cena. Do you really want to taste that? Excuse the peacemaker. Mr. Wick at it again! Mr. Wick! I command ye to calm. You've been too generous recently, my friend. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think, well, it sounds like I am, but I feel bad. I really do appreciate the £10. I was going to wait till you said you were ending the stream. I actually didn't. I didn't know you were going to do that. Before sending this. Oh, yes, the bat logo would be great. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wick. Yeah, I think I probably will be, because I do need to be on my way somewhere in a second. So I'm going to end the stream, guys, in the next couple of minutes. But first and foremost, Mr. Wick, thank you. And yeah, it's funny because it turns into a bit of people super chatting before I go. Oh, yes, the bat logo would be great. Yeah, I will try and do something like that. I know they're still available right now, but if they're not, by the time I get my YouTube plaque, my little play button, I will just give something equally as cool away. But yeah, that would be awesome. I probably will be. I will be doing a giveaway, undoubtedly, because you guys, without you guys, I wouldn't get my little freaking YouTube play button, so I wouldn't have reached this milestone of 100K subscribers. Thank you very much, Icky Production. Hey Boba, congrats on hitting 100K. James, we keep getting new people in here. Like, hey, was there a name reveal? The name reveal is coming with my 100K video special. So this is a live stream. I'm going to do a video as well. Yeah. Ranabir, good to see you, man. Forgive me for the huge monologue comment I left in the discussion series. Throw it on YouTube. It's a genuine question that's been bugging me. No, yeah. Did you leave that in my community post? Because yeah, I'll probably screenshot that for the video. Marcus, you deserved it, mate. Thank you, thank you. Do you think Killer Croc is in the Batman too? I doubt it. I doubt it. Right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up now. So it has been wow, we've been going for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So that's kind of like part of the course here on the channel. Sometimes recently we have been going for 2 hours, but today it's going to be a little bit cut short. But don't worry, I will be live streaming again soon. If you did miss this stream, I'm sure this one's going to be public after I post it. You know, I'm going to, just so, you know, I normally make it public for... available for members and patron members. But since this is the 100k subscribers one, I probably will be making it public or whatever. But all I can say now, guys, if any of you are still here, which I think there's 79 of you still here. If you have social media, I'm just going to plug it. I do have a Twitter. Follow me on there. It's just at @BobaTalks /BobaTalks. I have an Instagram where I just post random things. And a Discord server, because the Discord has been around for like 4 or 5 years now. 4 years? So it'd be great to see, you know, and I've known people there for like, it's crazy, 4 years, seeing familiar names there, voice chatting with you. So hopefully I'll see a few of you in my Discord server. If you ever need a link to my Discord server, it's always in the description of my videos or in a top pin comment. So you should find it there if you're interested in joining the community, the extra layer. But other than that, my most recommended place is Twitter. Like, I always tweet all the time. So, yeah. Thank you for a lovely stream, guys. Thank you for all the congratulations. Again, I wouldn't have made it to 100k. It's a very easy statement to make. But if you weren't subscribed, I wouldn't be at 100,000 subscribers collectively with you guys being here. So I'm very grateful. And here's to the next 100k on the channel. And I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the videos because, you know, we've got the freaking Batman sequel, the Batman spin-offs. We got freaking Star Wars coming back with Kenobi. We've got Titans coming back for those of you who still give a shit about Titans. I do. And, you know, God, we've got the Lord of the Rings show coming out. I'm going to be covering that as well, even though a lot of people don't like the looks of that. And just more things, you know, DC Cinematic Universe news, all kinds of things, you know, and hopefully I'll be able to ramp out the content even more as we get bigger on this channel. Who knows, I might hire an editor one day, getting more I want to dip my fingers in every fandom, more MCU news. You know, I love it all. So I love you guys. Defunct just sent another super chat right before I was about to go. Thank you so much for the $5 before you go. You knew they knew what they were doing now. I don't know if, but no, honestly, Defunct, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I didn't miss any other super chats. No, I didn't. No, yeah, Mr. Wick and Vicky were the last two before you, Defunct. And that's everything. So I'm going to stop dragging this out. Defunct, thank you for being the last super chat. You're now the stream boss as well. Goodbye. Goodbye. How do I end this stream? I can't find the button. Love you all. Thank you for 100k. Until next time, which is tomorrow's video. Have a little kiss.